في عام 2008 أنتجت شركة الكوميكس مارفل أول فيلم من بطولة إحدى شخصياتها بطل القوى الخارق الرجل الحديدي، ثم أضافت 17 فيلما طرحت فيها عدة شخصيات أخرى على غرار كابتن أمريكا، ثور، دكتور سترينج، الرجل الأخضر، الرجل النملة، حراس المجرة والفهد الأسود، وحققت ما يقارب 15 مليار دولار في شباك التذاكر العالمية. وهذا الأسبوع تطلق فيلم المنتقمون الحرب اللانهائية الذي يتوقع أن يحطم دخله رقما قياسيا جديدا. ويعود هذا النجاح لرئيسها كيفن فايغ الذي بات أكثر منتجي هوليوود نفوذا.
You took a company in a time when superheroes were not really in the trend, and you turned it into one of the most successful companies in the history of Hollywood without a single flop. How do you do that?
It was really always about finding the best actor for the part as opposed to the actor who was in the #1 movie the weekend before. And our belief that our characters can appeal to people whether they have read every issue of a comic or never picked up a comic book. That we've gotten to this point now with Infinity War is sort of beyond our wildest dreams.
في فيلم المنتقمون الحرب اللانهائية يواجه كل أبطال مارفل من الأفلام الآنفة أعنف شرير كوميكس وهو ثانوس الذي يسعى للسيطرة على الكون من خلال الاستيلاء على أحجار كريمة تمنحه قوة هائلة وعلما لا نهائيا.
What does this movie mean to you given after 10 years of building up to it?
There's a great event comic from the early 90s called The Infinity Gauntlet by Jim Starlin. And in that, Thanos gets near omnipotent powers and needs to face off against every character ever created in the comics. So that was a lofty goal, and we used to look at that years ago and say, wouldn't it be great to do this up on the big screen someday? There's two things required. One is a great actor to play Thanos, Josh Brolin. The other thing is you need to have established enough heroes that even stand a chance against a character who's near omnipotent. But we felt we did have enough with the Guardians, with the Avengers, with all of the sorcerers led by Doctor Strange, with the Wakandans, that we could have them put up a fight.
منذ تأسيسها كانت شركة مارفل ترخص شخصياتها الكوميكس لشركات أخرى لتطرحها في أفلام، ولكن عندما ترأسها فايغ عام 2007 بينما كان في 33 من العمر قرر أن ينتج أفلام الكوميكس بنفسه. What did you add that they didn't have or they didn't?
Really, I was working on X-Men for 2 or 3 years before I started at Marvel. So I had been working for almost 8 years on Marvel stories that were being controlled by other studios. And we learned a lot of lessons. We worked at almost every studio in town and learned ways that we absolutely thought was the right way to do movies, and we learned from them and we used them. And we saw things that we thought maybe weren't as good.
Like what?
Just interpretations of characters that we thought could have been done better.
بدلاً من طرح كل بطل خارق بمفرده في فيلم خاص به، ابتكر فايغ عالم مارفل السينمائي تقطنه شخصيات مارفل وتتفاعل فيه في كل الأفلام.
When we were starting Marvel Studios, we were competing with other studios that had rights to our characters. And we wanted to do Iron Man, and we wanted that film to do at least as well as the other films had done up to that point. But we knew one of the advantages we had was this idea of a shared universe. This idea that the characters can interconnect with each other at any time in any comic book is integral to what Marvel Comics were. And in 2008, no other company could do that because the way the contracts are written, Spider-Man is the only character in that world, X-Men are the only heroes in that world, Fantastic Four are the only heroes in that world. And at that time it didn't occur to introduce other characters, frankly because they were doing a very good job of trying to introduce those characters for the first time. That's what we were doing with Iron Man, but we knew that we had the potential to do more.
But you added also the comedic element to it. The Marvel movies, they are lighthearted and they're funny. These superheroes don't take themselves very seriously.
You get the audience to invest in the film by getting them to laugh. And selfishly, it's one of the ways when you sit in a theater on opening weekend or when you're testing the movie over many times when you're initially making it. And that's really the only way you can tell when the audience is with you, is when they're laughing. So we love to interweave that kind of humor, never at the expense of the overall story, always to enhance the overall story, but to bring people into the characters. You get them to laugh with a character, that's a much easier road to getting them to cry with a character.
Do you think those are the elements that helped you capture the audience?
I think those are two of the elements. I think finding filmmakers who have a very unique vision and can bring something new to this canvas of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And also treating each movie as if it's the last movie. As if it doesn't work, they're not going to let us make any more movies.
Does it even cross your mind that it won't work?
Sure, every day. Every single day.
So you must be stressed out all the time.
All the time. Yes. Especially the night before our big premiere.
رغم أن ميزانيات أفلام مارفل تصل مئات الملايين من الدولارات، إلا أن فايغ يستأجر مخرجين في بداية سيرتهم المهنية لكي يضمن التزامهم برؤيته الخاصة لها، ومن يخالفه يفصل. I don't know any of you directors who had made something big budget before they joined Marvel.
All of the filmmakers had done something that we thought was very awesome and very clever and very unique. And then we have some meetings to make sure that they can stand us and can get ready to collaborate for years and years together. Finding people who we believe have the potential to make our world better, and to take the great artists and the great technicians that we work with who can do big stunt work and can do amazing visual effects, and bring something new and elevate them, is what the best of our filmmakers do.
How do you know they can make these big stunts you mentioned when they have done low-budget stuff? I mean, you trust them with millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars.
We believe they have the appetite to do it, and we believe that we can surround them with people who know how to do it, and then they can guide those people to do it in a fresh way, to do it in a unique way. Finding unique voices is more important than finding people with experience of big movies. Because when you watch the end credits of any movie, there are hundreds of people who work on these films who have that kind of experience. We want the filmmaker and the leader to lead those people to new places.
When you look at the box office figures, international market is usually double domestic market. How much does that play in your mind when you make these movies?
We want the films we make to reflect the world as it is, and to reflect the people of the world as it is. And that really is every